Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 201. Joining me as always, Daniel Never Really.
What's up, gamers? Next time I need you to do the Bruce Buffer. Like your mic needs to come down,
Comes down.
and then you need to like
Oh,
yell my name.
I could never dress that fly, though, you know?
Oh man, he is what a snazzy man. All the time. His
All the
blazers
time.
are great.
Must
He
be
always has something in the
expensive, though.
pocket.
Every weekend, you know, he's got a new expensive suit. It's like, Jesus. Like, I really hope UFC's covering that for him.
He probably, yeah. There's probably something to do with his appearance and being at the UFC, but like he has to rewear some of that.
I don't think he does.
Like mix and match, maybe like
Yeah.
a different shirt for a different blazer.
Yeah, maybe.
Something
Maybe. It would
like
just be
that.
overly expensive if not.
Yeah, exactly. He can't have a new he's gonna run out.
But like, I feel like every weekend he's got to do it. You know,
Crazy.
yeah, crazy old man. Daniel, 201. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
We're still alive. We didn't die
We're
after
still
last week.
alive. You know, it was a lot like you know, when everyone thought we were all gonna die in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we were all gonna die when we hit episode 200.
I mean, maybe Sims did. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a few days.
God, let's hope.
We can only hope.
Fucking shit. Someone get rid of that guy. He always talks about that bus coming to hit him. It's like, God damn. We need to get on the phone with that driver. I
run into
need
his
you-
house.
right when he's sleeping, just run his ass over.
Jesus.
Be lovely. All right, Daniel. Well, you know, a lot going on in video games.
Yeah,
Stuff
the Game
happening.
Awards.
Holidays are coming up. I think we're about done for the year now with big news, right?
You would think so, but who knows?
Yeah, I guess sometimes stuff trickles out towards the end, but
More
yeah.
layoffs, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
I
mean-
was gonna say the last they will probably get more layoffs just to cap
Mhm.
off the year here.
Yeah.
You see
That's
that Insomniac getting hacked stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't dive too far and did things actually get leaked out?
A little bit. Like,
Information?
it's funny because it's like the gaming related stuff really isn't like all that much, you know. But like, it's like their personal information. It's got like
so it's more of a
employees'
security,
yeah, it's more
yeah.
of a security issue. And it's like a lot of
Mm.
employees' personal information got out.
What is it with Sony? Like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It really seems like Sony gets
They
hacked.
they
all
definitely
the
have a
time.
security problem over there. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's weird too, because it's like a lot of it comes from their Japanese side, you know, and then but this is now just the developer over at Insomniac, which are two locations in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very odd. Very odd. You are right on that.
Yeah, it seems like I know other people get hacked, of course. Like these guys
Right.
go out and hack a lot of people, but I don't know, for like a big company like Sony, like they really seem
They're
to be
quite notoriously known for it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Now you remember back to the big one back in like, man, what year was that?
2010, 2011?
Yeah, right around that. Just remember kids never being on their PS3. It's like,
No.
damn, man. Like, that must suck.
It's
Huh?
crazy.
Yeah,
It's so
that was a
crazy.
crazy
And then there was
time, man.
that you could probably tell me what year it was. There was that Christmas time.
That
where
Christmas
it was
one, yeah.
everyone. I
Yeah,
think it was
that must have
Xbox as
been
well.
2016-ish, you know,
Or-
2015, yeah.
Yeah, where it was just it was like whole week
It was
where everyone
yeah.
was just
What
getting
was
taken
the
down.
fuck, man? They had a name.
The
the
Lizard
group.
Squad or
Yeah,
something?
the lizards or
Is
whatever.
that what it
the
was?
fuck. Yeah,
the Lizard Squad.
a bunch of weirdos.
What a bunch of nerds.
Right, running around hacking shit. We're the lizards. Like, all right, badass, calm down.
At least you should call yourself the Dragon Squad. Why is
right,
it lizards?
right. Lizards aren't intimidating at all. You know, see a lizard running around, you're like, oh, cute. Fucking lizards. All right, Daniel. Well, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
It has.
Lot to get
Let's
through
get
here.
right into the Game Awards. A lot here.
A lot here, a lot to go through. I guess just top note. What did you think of the Game Awards? How were they?
Oh,
Did you enjoy yourself?
That feels like a loaded question. If I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
save the announcements because we'll go over them.
Okay.
But what did you think of the Game Awards as a whole?
I think as a whole, like 1,000-foot view, Jeff always puts on a good show. The show's well done. The show has good production value. Looks good. There's usually not that many issues, you know. It seems to run well, you know. yeah, I don't want to say the announcements, pretty good announcements. I don't think this was like the strongest year for announcements, um, but pretty solid all the way through. I think we talked about that last week, that he wanted to spread them out a little bit more. I could definitely feel that. Um, I think the other half of the show was extremely disappointing and really soured me on the whole thing. The award part and the dev side part and all the speeches and how that was handled. I think very disappointing. I think even more so than my disappointment for the past few years. This is probably the lowest I've been on the whole thing.
Yeah, it really did. When it was over, I really did figure out. Just like I was thinking about it, I was just like, man, this really was like the most backseated the awards actually felt this year. They felt very brushed over, very quick. You know what I mean? It was like it ended, and I was just like, huh. But what won this? You know, and it was like you shouldn't be thinking. You should remember who the
Yeah.
winners were, right? And I was just like, I'm gonna have to look again who won what because I only remembered like three out of all the awards that were handed out. And yeah, I don't know, man. He's really at a crossroads with it, where like he really has to pick a lane. Like, do you want to be an award show or do you just want to be E3? You know, because it's just like I get the want to do both because it brings in more viewers, but it's just when you take away so much from the award show aspect to do announcements and to do fun musical things and stuff like that, it just really makes it feel like a completely different thing other than it is. It doesn't feel like we're really celebrating the year that was 2023 at all. It just kind of feels like we are going over a little bit what happened, but really we're just here for new announcements and fun musical guests and stuff like that and to watch celebrities talk, I guess. And
Or more Fortnite ads.
yeah, yeah,
Just
that
egregious,
too.
just constant ads.
Yeah, just constantly in your face, and I get it. Like he wants to bring in more as many viewers as possible, and that's what the announcements
And he
and all
needs
the
more
musical
money,
ads. Yeah,
right?
and he needs more money and stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, I really don't know what you do there if you want to do both. You know, because like I, I'm sure he thinks and probably knows that like if you got rid of the announcement sides of it and all the other stuff, you would get way less views. And I mean that's what we do have tons of video game award shows that do just do awards, right? And those don't. Yeah, I'm not staying up to watch those and stuff like
No,
that, right?
mainstream does not care about the Dice Awards.
Yeah, exactly. And so he probably doesn't want to do that. And then it's just like, well, is he really just gonna do another random E3 event in December? And it's like, yeah, I guess. But then like, what's the purpose? So he's kind of stuck in a corner now where he has to do these award shows, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things that could happen. Like, it could be splitting them more. Like, instead of like a pre-show, the pre-show could be the awards, and then the second half is just announcements. I don't know
Yeah,
if you'd want to split it that way, but that's an option. Like have a bunch of awards, have the devs go up, talk and have their big speeches and stuff like that, and then actually have time for the independent game and the best score, which I think are two that he just threw in a montage of awards
yeah,
instead of having it on stage, which makes no sense because those are two of the most important awards you can give out. Have room for that, and then have an hour of announcements. I think that's probably better.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. It is just an odd thing, and it's funny seeing like everyone complain about it now. You know, it's like the internet kind of completely turned on it after not completely turned on him, but you know what I mean. It's soured on the event afterwards, right?
I've been soured for years.
Yeah,
This just is even worse for me,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. But yeah, all right. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it was a fun show to watch. I guess it was
He puts a good show together.
yeah, yeah.
He really does.
It was well paced. I thought
Hmm.
for what it is, and
It's
yeah,
very
like you
long,
said,
but he
fun
paces it
announcements.
well.
We're gonna go over fun musical acts. I thought the
I think the musical acts this year were great because,
yeah, the
like,
musical
I think
acts
the
were great.
melody last year was a little mixed. I was on, which it had good games to pick, but the melody felt off. I don't know what he did last year with the melody, but this year's was great.
Hmm.
I think the melody this year was awesome. The Hellblade musical number was awesome. It was
Yeah,
really cool. And obviously the Alan Wake one was really cool. I can't wait to get to that in the game.
The
Like,
Herald of
or
Darkness
I
thing was
assume
fucking
that that's
awesome. That was probably my
probably a
favorite
little
thing.
different in the game, I assume, but like,
Yeah, it's much longer in the game actually, but
okay,
yeah, you'll see it when you get the game. But yeah, that was fucking awesome. That was probably my
yeah,
favorite musical thing he's ever done. Honestly, it was that
it's
Herald of
so
Dark.
cool.
I found out that wasn't live, like at the show. That was like a pre-recorded
Oh,
thing. Yeah, which
really?
made made it a little disappointing. I don't know. I saw that on a video. Maybe that was wrong. One of the video I was watching, but
Huh.
yeah, apparently it wasn't live. A little weird, but yeah, I don't
Interesting.
know. I
Maybe that's
guess
just
they didn't
because
want to get that all
Sam,
together.
it'd be just too much for Sam
Yeah,
to
he
be
had to
running
put that
around
together
accepting
very
ore.
quickly too, because considering when the game came out, right? So it's like, yeah, I wonder if they just didn't want to do that live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
put it together quick, and yeah, he was gonna be bouncing back between his seat and getting a few awards anyways. Like
yeah,
having him also do a music number would probably be a lot.
hilarious how much Sam Lake was on stage.
Love
You know,
it's the Sam Lake
they
Awards,
played him
dude.
off stage. Third, I think it was best narrative when they won that. They played him
Oh,
off so quick, but I was like,
did you?
okay, at least he got on stage multiple times.
That was the first thing I said to you guys when I started watching it because I
Yeah,
watched it like the next day. Um, of like how one of the most important awards in the entire show, which was one of the first big ones too,
yeah,
best narrative. You're gonna play him off that quickly?
that quick. It was so quick too. I was like, Jesus, why are you guys already playing
Are
him
you
off? It was
kidding me?
nuts. Yeah. I think they did lighten up on it after that. I think they realized that was too quick and then they lightened up a little bit after that, but it was still too quick even after that.
Yeah, it's like this man is being emotional out up there.
Yeah.
Like let him speak.
Yeah.
And I
You
felt that
gotta
way
play that
multiple
song.
times.
Right. Yeah, plus you
Yeah,
gotta think at that moment, it's like Sam doesn't know he's gonna win best direction as well, right? So it's like, okay, he doesn't know
give
he's
him a
getting
second.
another shot up there, right?
Yeah, give him a second. Let him think and do a speech.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to it even, the actual awards. Even the game of the year. It's the biggest
Yeah.
award for the night.
That was way
Nothing.
too quick. Like, especially then, because it's like, okay, you're done after this. Like, you could literally wrap the show after this. You're done. So it's like, okay, let him speak. You should let everyone at Larian speak that was up on stage, right? Like,
Yeah.
you should be
They
letting
had an
them all.
emotional dev that speech about the dev that had
Yeah,
recently passed away. And then you're just gonna play
play the
the
music.
music, have the wrap it up sign.
Yeah. Did you see that director? He like tweeted out everything he wanted to say though. And it's like,
No, I
damn, that's
didn't. That's
unfortunate.
cool.
He's got put it in a tweet. Yeah, he had like a giant thread of what he actually wanted to say. And it's like, damn, you could have just gave him fucking 2 minutes and have him done that whole thing up there. All right, Danny. Let's get into the announcements here.
You want to do the announcements before the awards?
I don't even think I have the awards up here on
Okay,
this
that's fine.
recap, but
That's okay.
I mean, do you want to? Is there any awards you wanted to shout out real quick?
Um, Hi-Fi Rush got a few, right? I think it was like
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush got best audio and
audio design. Yeah.
whatever they call it, something else too, audio and something or something. I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
audio mixing maybe.
yeah, something like that. But yeah, shout
Um,
out to Hi-Fi Rush. Well deserved. I mean, that was an
well, come
obvious
on.
pick. I thought it should have won best art direction as well.
Yeah,
I
me
probably would
too.
have. What got best art direction? Was it
That
Alan
was
Wake?
Alan Wake too.
Eh,
Yeah,
okay, you can make a good argument for both.
yeah, I
Not
think that
necessarily
too.
upset by that. I probably still would have gone high five.
Me too.
Personally, yeah.
Me too. What
But
else?
audio, I think
Narrative.
that's clear. High five should
Hmm.
get that.
Of course, like that's the biggest part of the game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Best narrative we said was Alan Wake 2 as well. Alan Wake 2's
Hell yeah.
really showing up. Was
Hell yeah.
really good to see.
Loved it.
Zelda did not win nearly as much as I thought they would.
It got
Very
best
shocking.
action adventure. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
best action adventure. And oh man, they played AJ Anuma off the stage. This man is in
So
his
quick.
60s.
So quick.
He
Dude
might
don't
not
even
ever.
speak English. You're telling him to hurry up.
He might not even.
Thing.
Sadly, like I don't even want to say this, but he might not even have another game for him to be up there again.
Yeah. I mean, he probably will, but yeah. I
You know what I
know what you
mean.
mean. Yeah.
This man has very few games left.
Yeah.
You
That's
better
damn
let
shame.
him speak.
Yeah.
This is a legend in the industry.
Yeah. And then every other award went to Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, RPG.
Yeah,
For some reason, they got
RPG.
best community support, which I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
don't. Oh, don't even get me started with best ongoing game going to fucking Cyberpunk. What are we
But they
doing?
did a DLC. Why is it?
I'm like,
Why
okay,
is it
okay. I
everywhere in
better
these
see
awards?
every fucking game that has a DLC next year fucking be on ongoing game.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, is
Elden
Elden
Ring
Ring gonna win
game
best
of the year.
ongoing game next
No,
year?
game of the year next year. Shadow the Earth Tree.
They nominated again. Like what the
Um,
fuck?
yeah, they won best RPG. Yeah, and obviously they won the big one, game of the year.
Yeah, there was a moment where Keeley was like, just rambling him off, and Baldur's Gate 3 won like 3 in a row. It was like, oh, okay, this dude, the Baldur's Gate 3 sweeping.
Best debut indie, which was awesome to see Cocoon winning that.
Hell yeah, good for
Yeah,
them. I forget the
really.
studio's name, Geometry or something.
I can't remember. Yeah,
I can't remember either. Something like that though.
and then the last one, best independent game, Sea of Stars.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Sad
really
to
cool to
it.
see.
Yeah, definitely.
Sucks that that's how they had to do it, was in that montage of stuff.
Best indie game, you should really let them on stage for a while. You know, you should really let them
An
talk,
important award.
Get their name out there more. It's like that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
And yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. I might not like the game very much, but like it's cool to see that game winning game of the year and getting
a very
that
niche
much.
game.
Exactly, right? It's like a very unique, not like super unique, but a different style of game to win game of the year, and that's really cool to see. This giant strategic CRPG, right? It's like that's cool. I don't know if you can go through all the game of the years and find one that's like that, right? So
just super nerdy, super D&D. Yeah, like that's just. Yeah, it's a very unique game. It's great to see. Like even though I think Zelda should have won, and it's still probably my favorite game. We'll see kind of where I land when I start doing my stuff. But like I can't complain if the Baldur's Gate won. Like that's awesome. Honestly, most of the games that we were nominated, I think, were worth it. I think one of the only ones I don't think that really should have been there was just RE4 remake, just because it's a remake. Even though I like Spider-Man 2, I don't know if that really should have gotten Game of the Year anyways, but that's just kind of me. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, no complaints.
Yeah, it really was such a cool story from this year just to see Baldur's Gate 3 just
exploded.
It really wasn't like that. I know going into it, we were all expecting it to review really well, but not be as popular as it ended up being, and it just ended up being a cool story to watch throughout the year.
Yeah, really was.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get into the announcements then. Daniel.
Do it. A lot of cool stuff here.
Yeah, definitely.
I got it pulled up too.
Cool. Okay, so I'm on the GameSpot one. I don't know if they got everything listed, but they got.
Yeah, I'm on the Nobles one. Okay. I think he has most of it. Because it starts with the pre-show.
Okay.
As well.
Well, in the pre-show, first thing I'm seeing here then is the Brothers Tale 2 Sons remake coming out February 28th next year.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, this kind of out of nowhere. There's some rumors before this show that this was a thing.
Really? Yeah, I didn't see that. That's interesting.
Yeah, and so it's coming from, I don't know if Hazelight are the ones remaking it exactly, but this Hazelight's first game, Joseph Fares, shout out, his first game.
No, I clicked on the image.
Yeah.
On the image, it says 505, which, they published it. It's Avant Garden. Yeah, Avant Garden. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Must be sort of a support studio type of thing, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it might be 505 owned, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe 505 owns the rights to Brothers, and they just wanted to get a remake out there. Yeah, that probably is the case here. Daniel, Brothers Tale of Two Sons. I don't know if you ever played this game. I love this game.
I adore
this game. Okay, dope. I figured. Yeah, I love this game as well. A very late 360 game. I remember this might have been the last game I played on my 360, honestly.
Was it 2013 or was it 2012?
I think it was, unless I bought it late, I believe it was like August 2013.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
but that's around the time I played it.
Okay, see, I think I played it in the last gen stuff.
Yeah,
so like
maybe
I think I played it on my one. I think I played.
No, I think I played it. I think there was a port as well, a PS4 and Xbox
It's back
One port. Is it?
I'm
I
pretty
think there was
sure.
a
No,
PS4,
maybe.
Xbox One
Yeah,
version at some point.
maybe that's what I played.
Yeah,
I'd have to see what I own.
yeah.
But yeah, you might be right.
Anyways, been a while. Been about a decade with this game. A little
Yeah.
weird they're remaking it, but I'm down for it. You know, I love this game, so
Yeah,
I'll play it. Look beautiful in Unreal 5 engine as
it
well.
did
Yeah,
look gorgeous. And the game already has a really good art direction
yeah,
anyways. So I don't really know if necessarily think it needs like this. So I probably wouldn't like pick this up or anything, but like anyone that hasn't like played this uh should definitely play it.
yeah,
You know, like, this game's super unique in terms of how you play it. I don't want to like say too much, but you play like the bigger brother is one and the little brother is the other
yeah,
stick, and you're just moving them around at the same time, controlling
yeah,
two characters at once. Very interesting. The stories, I really like the story. It's not this revolutionary narrative, but I think it's a very cool and
It's like a
fantasy
very
story.
simple storybook almost
Yeah.
type of story, right? With like some really fun gameplay elements in it, and yeah, I think it's a great game. I think it's probably his second best game, right behind It Takes Two. I like put A Way Out right below that.
Mm,
So
they're very close between It Takes Two and Brothers.
yeah,
They're very close for me.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, definitely check that game out. I don't February 28th, bad date, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, terrible date, but I'll definitely be checking that game out sometime
is in
next
the
year.
middle of everything.
Yeah. Next game, Pony Island 2 Panda Circus. Coming out sometime in 2025. I believe this is the Inscription guys, right?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is like Daniel Mullen or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was hinting. I did see this one. He was hinting at something at the Game Awards that he was going to have an announcement.
Cool. Did you play Inscription? I feel like that game be like
I
right up
own
your
it.
alley. Okay,
I
cool.
own it. I have not checked it out yet, but it is. It being a
Yeah.
card game, but have some like really weird stuff going on. It's definitely up my alley.
Cool. Any interest in this then?
Yeah, I would. I just wish that there was a maybe he'll do it before this game comes out. Maybe like a port of the first Pony Island,
Yeah.
so
How
that
old
it
is
can
that
give.
then? The
It
first
can't
one.
be like that old. I mean, Inscription was 2 years old, so I mean, it's got to be within the past 5 years.
Okay.
I would assume. Um, so yeah, it'd be nice for him to port this so that we can have like their first game before we play this one.
Next game then, The Rise of the Golden Idol. Follow up to The Case of the Golden Idol. No word on release date or anything like that, but coming to all major platforms,
Coming everywhere, even Netflix,
even
which was
Netflix.
very cool to see.
Netflix getting in the game big this week. You know,
Hmm.
there's a lot of stuff going on Netflix all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's really cool to see this. I hope this is it's actually funny. I'm gonna say that basically the same thing. I hope that they would put the Case of the Golden Idol on consoles before this comes out
Yeah,
because it
yeah,
is
get
only on
that out there
Steam.
beforehand. Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully they get that out next year and then
especially with it coming, the sequel coming to all the consoles.
right. Next game then, Usual June. This is the studio from Night in the Woods. Those guys and Tunic. It says, which is interesting. Is that like a little team up there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. This
That's a
game will
weird one.
come sometime in 2025. This game looked really cool, I thought. Just like that
Yeah,
third person, looked like a bit of an action game going on in there. Thought it was interesting.
yeah, I definitely keep my eye out on this one.
Yeah.
It was a short teaser, so didn't really get a ton of stuff.
Yeah, far away too, so they're gonna have to
Mhm.
keep reminding us about this one. Next game here, Windblown. This is from the Dead Cells guys, coming sometime in 2024 in early access on PC. Cool art style in this game.
Yeah, this was very visually pleasing. I really like the like. I guess you described like a cartoon almost.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
cartoony.
Cutscenes are really cool.
Yeah.
Next game then, Thrasher, coming sometime in 2024. This is from the Thumper guys. New rhythm type of game coming from them.
Oh yes, yes, yes. This one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Thumper. Yeah,
cool.
Thumper's a few years old now. It's been
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah. Thumper. It has been a while on Thumper. I really liked Thumper when it first came out, so I'll probably be checking this one out.
We missed one game,
Did we?
which Harmonium, the musical,
Oh, okay, okay.
coming to Netflix and Game Pass. It's that
Cool.
like musical with the little girl.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah. I
like
remember that
deaf and
one.
stuff.
Hmm.
Very interesting little game. I'm curious to see more of that. I
Do we
don't
know
think
if
we got
that's next year?
It just says coming to, and then that. That's pretty much all that I remember seeing.
Okay.
I don't think there was a date.
Last thing then on the pre-show was Dredge and Dave the Diver teaming up for a little DLC action here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Two of the bigger indie games teaming up. We're like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we'll combine, make
Very
ourselves
cool to see.
huge. Yeah, yeah, that's a cool idea for a DLC for sure. All right, cool. Then we can move on to the main show. First big game they showed off was Exodus, coming from Archetype Entertainment. This is a bunch of former BioWare developers working here. Got a lot of bigger ones there. Drew Carpresian is there, who wrote Knights of the
Okay.
Old Republic 1 and Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. But he was like the big dog, the big writer. He's now over there.
Good.
He's writing this. Matthew McConaughey is in this game
Yeah,
in some
he came
sort.
out.
Yeah, he came out. All right, all right, all right. And it's like, all right.
Well, no, he said pew 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 or whatever he
Yeah,
said.
whatever the fuck he said. So I was like, all right, fuck, I'm into this. Yeah, I've been reading all the lore they're putting up about this game. Let's see,
Oh, they have stuff
Shinobi.
online?
Yeah. There's a lot online all of a sudden. That Shinobi guy, he's been super into this, and he's just tweeting out a bunch of lore things of this. I'm like, this all
Cool.
sounds really fucking cool, man. So interesting art style here. That was the only thing I was taken back by a little bit with the trailer here. It looked cool when it was like in movement and in gameplay, but then some of the character models looked a little. I was like, I don't know about that. But nonetheless, very exciting. Like if these guys are just going for Mass Effect, hell yeah, I'm here for it.
Like Mass Effect meets like Returnal.
Yeah,
It was what I was getting.
yeah.
Maybe not as like bullet helly as a Returnal, but like kind of like Returnal vibes.
Sure, the gameplay element, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, very cool. I'm super interested in whatever this game's gonna end up being.
Yeah. Looks interesting. This one have a date?
No date, no year, nothing like that. So I don't think it'll be next year. I think that's a bit too soon, but maybe 2025. What we're looking at there.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
I'm looking at their splash screen right now. I don't know why they're here, but on the splash screen it says Wizards of the Coast has something to do with this.
yeah, they own Archetype Entertainment.
They do.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
Wizards of the Coast, they're a big like toy company, right?
No, I mean that's like D&D and Magic the
Oh, is it
Gathering
okay?
and
Oh, so they own cards. That's what I'm thinking of.
well, they're owned by Hasbro. Hasbro bought
Gotcha.
them,
That
so
was
they
it. Yeah,
technically, yeah.
yeah. I remember talking about this on the show when this company was
Hmm.
first formed. So, and that must have been forever ago at this point. So, yeah, I'd imagine 2025 ish is when they'll start. I think they
Yeah, it
just
seems really
started
big, so probably
2020.
not next
So,
year.
yeah, well, I wouldn't imagine, but yeah, looks cool. Definitely want to keep your eye on. A lot of good
Yeah.
talent behind it. So, next up then, God of War Valhalla, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla got announced. The free DLC came out yesterday now, so came out on the
Very cool.
12th. Yeah, it was a roguelite, light, who knows? Uh, one of those. Yeah, free DLC coming to God of War Ragnarok. Daniel, that was pretty cool.
Very cool. I don't really have much of an interest, but like, good for Sony Santa Monica to like keep supporting the game. I do want to say, bad name.
Valhalla.
Not everything that is Norse needs to be called Ragnarok or Valhalla. And guess
Let's
what?
say you
It
gotta do
has
Valhalla
both.
at some point.
They have both in the
Yeah,
one
dude,
name.
at some point. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people tweet about this game. Apparently, there's a lot of really cool story stuff in this, and
Interesting.
yeah, I want to check this out at some point. A lot of harkening back to the Greek stuff from God of War and
Even that
Kratos
cover
past
looks
and
like
stuff.
it.
Yeah, so I definitely want to check this out at some point. I don't know when, but some point I will.
I'm excited for you to check it out, and then you could tell me the story stuff in
Yeah, I'll tell you what's up
it.
with
You
it.
could tell me what happens
Yeah.
because I'm not
Awesome,
gonna.
it's free. It's like
True.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like no hype cycle with it either. Like it's not like they announced it in June and
It's
we had
out
to wait
next week.
6 months. Yeah, it's just like okay, it was pretty much a shadow drop, So it's like all right, awesome. Next up then, Big Walk. This is coming from the Untitled Goose Game guys. Daniel, I don't know what the fuck they showed us
I
there. I
have
thought I was having a
no
fucking
idea.
fever dream at that point. Like
What were those
what
little
is this?
creatures?
I have no idea. I have no idea. They were terrifying though. Like get this shit off my screen. Coming in 2025. All right.
We just need joyful games like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just great.
I was just like, all right, you do you, Untitled Goose Game guys.
They are just having a good time, you know?
Yeah, who knows what they're doing in wherever that. I'm sure it's in some weird European country, wherever that studio is. Speaking of weird European countries, Hellblade 2 Senua Osaka. We finally got a gameplay trailer here, or combat trailer, I should say. Still coming sometime in 2024. Daniel, here it is. We figured it would be here. Kind of had to be here. It's the last year it's gonna get to be here, so good thing it was here. No release date still, but figure it'll come sometime
First half.
soon.
I'd probably say May if I'm gonna actually do a guess.
Yeah, probably around
April,
then,
May.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. I can't really get a good read on the release date if it's.
I don't think it's the fall.
You don't think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's switched where Avowed's early and this is not. I don't know.
Yeah, one of those two. But nonetheless, got combat now.
This is a good trailer.
Yeah, it's a great trailer, I thought. It bothered me a little bit with the snippets of gameplay. Like, again, I just want to. A lot of trailers do this. Where, it's just like, just let me see it for fucking 10 seconds, just walk around and hit someone. That's all I need, But they decided to do the little snippets. They look absolutely beautiful, though, man.
Beautiful.
There was a couple points in the trailer where I was just like, Jesus, man, this fucking.
We're gonna be playing it, that's what it looks like, guaranteed, to play it. And we talked about it earlier. The musical number that played for this was really good too.
Yeah,
really like seeing that.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. She got to come out and so 2024 at some point. You think we're getting the developer direct again early next year, and then maybe we get a release date right then?
I can't say for certain, but I think it'd be smart of them to do it again.
Yeah,
like set up maybe not everything for the year, but setting up like what we know and kind of having some stuff paced out, I think is a good way to go.
Yeah. I won't be too upset with no release date if we're getting the developer direct in January, and then we just get the date then. Yeah. So, not too much to complain about there. But yeah, hopefully you're right with the first half of the year, because I can't wait for Hellblade 2. Next game then, No Rest for the Wicked. This coming from Moon Studios, the Ori guys. They are making a new action RPG, and they will have a digital showcase for the game on March 1st. Later this year. Daniel, go ahead. Sound excited?
Yeah, this game just looked really visually stunning. I really liked how it looked. Yeah. Very cool. Different perspective for them. It's not a 2D game. It's more top down, kind of like angled, isometric angled.
Yeah.
Cool
to see them going to another genre, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what this is going to be. I like Moon Studios a lot. The name, then kind of generic, but hey, whatever. They better play the Cage the Elephant song.
Can they take that from Borderlands? Can they do that?
Yeah, because I associate Borderlands so heavily with Cage the Elephant.
Oh, 100%.
So heavily. So I mean, come on, with a name like that, you gotta license that song.
Yeah,
it's gotta be there.
You gotta get it out there. You gotta get it out there.
Yeah. We did miss one thing.
Did we?
Unless you had something to say about this, real quick.
No, look cool. Love the art style. See if it comes out next year on that showcase on March 1st.
Yeah, if I were to guess, it's probably do this, and maybe by the end of the year it might come out.
Maybe.
Because Ori and the Will of the Wisps, I mean, it's been a while. It's been, 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to say. It's been that long. But we did miss Akumi Nakamura coming out with her game. Didn't really get to see much of it. It's called Kimuri.
Yeah, I can't remember how you pronounce that one either. Yeah, that's
no publisher, anything like that.
Yeah, that had a cool trailer, I thought, but felt very concept arty. For sure. When you just see the trailer, and then you're right with the no publisher, right? So she's probably looking for a publisher, if I had to imagine.
Good to put her up like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she has become a known figure in the industry quite a bit. So cool to get her on
so
stage.
Joyful.
Yeah,
and I think we just need more of that in games.
Yeah, unique character for sure.
Yeah, and the name of her new studio. This will be her first game. Is Unseen.
Unseen
is the name of her studio. So keep an eye out for that name.
Cool. Next up then, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Sparking with an exclamation point. That's got to be in the title, you know what I mean? This is the new Budokai Tenkaichi. How do you pronounce it?
Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi game. There you go. That's why we don't call it that in America.
And now it's Sparkling Zero, which is a worse name.
It is a much worse name. This should be coming sometime next year to Series X, PS5, and PC.
Yeah,
There you go.
Sloan's
I
like
know a lot of people are.
guarantee you.
Yeah, a lot of people love these games, huh?
Sloan loved the Tenkaichi games, so he's gonna be
Are these
all
like
about them.
the 3D ones where like
They're
yeah,
more
okay.
So he was telling me there's a series of them that is more the 3D kind of the Xenoverse games, if you've seen that. It's more
Yeah.
like those. But then he did say there was a few that were more 2D, like fighters, but this one I think is on the 3D side,
Yeah. I
which
can
is
never
not fighter I like.
yeah, I never enjoyed the 3D fighting Dragon Ball games, you know. Something about that 3D flying around just never really felt quite right in those games. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
exciting for those that want it. I know a lot of people have been clamoring for that for years, so good for them.
hmm we missed one more thing.
Sure.
The it was the Sega like trailer that they
Oh yeah,
had.
they don't have that in here.
Yeah, so it had they did a trailer. It was a really weird. It looked like it started like an ad. We were like, okay, just kind of cutting to like an ad, and like, what is this? And then it was Sega announcing 5 games, and then they said there's also more in development that they didn't announce here, which is insane. What does that mean, Sega?
Sega.
What are you
This
doing?
is their Super Games initiative.
Yeah, it's
That we've
true.
been
That
hearing
is
about
true.
for fucking years now at this point.
So the games that were in this montage was Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, and Crazy Taxi.
Hell yeah.
Very cool to see. The only one here, I don't really have much of an attachment to Golden Axe, so it didn't hit me much. But the Streets of Rage snippet that we saw wasn't too crazy about, especially after we got Streets of Rage 4, it was an amazing game with really cool art style, really great music. This looked way more 3D, and
Yeah.
I did not like what I saw for that little bit.
Do we know, are these all remakes of like the first iteration in these games, or do we know if these are all like new games? Sega hasn't really been too clear on what
Yeah,
exactly
I
these
don't think
are.
we know.
Yeah, yeah, it's just kind of up in the air of what these are exactly. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, we saw that Jet Set Radio leak a while ago now, and
hmm
it was like the same one where
Yeah, it's
Persona
that
3
image.
Reload got leaked, and like that was this, right? So that clearly is all real now, and yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I'd be very interested in whatever the Jet Set Radio one is, right? I never played that game back in the day, but it seems like something that'd be right up my alley. And I actually thought the Crazy Taxi, the little snippet of gameplay we got of that looked very cool too. So yeah, maybe I'd be interested in those, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
look
Sega
co-op.
just throwing shit at the wall.
Well, I think they're trying to find I don't know what the right way to put it. Maybe like find their way with other things
Yeah,
because between Sonic, Like a Dragon, and like everything Atlas does, those 3 things are killing it for them. Everything else seems like it's taken a back burner. So I think they're trying to find their way with everything else, see if they can find success, kind of like Capcom can not really miss right now.
yeah,
I think they're trying to maybe have like a new renaissance for Sega.
yeah, yeah. I wonder if they want more of that in house too. You know, because it's like they really only have
Sure.
Sonic in house, right? And then it's just kind of everything else is kind of.
No, all that's in house. Like a Dragon
Well,
and
yeah, I
Atlas, they
know, but it's
own.
like Atlas makes Persona. You know,
Sure.
it's what's the Yakuza studio name?
Um,
RYG, whatever.
Ryu Ga Gotoku.
There you go. Yeah, they make Yakuza. It's like
hmm
Sega themselves really only been making Sonic
It's
games. So
Sega
I
and
wonder.
Sonic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I wonder if they want to try to bring some of that more in. But yeah, cool. I mean, they certainly need to be putting out more stuff. So cool to
Yeah.
see. I wonder how long a lot of these projects are going to end up taking. But since we did just get a short look at so many of them, right? So yeah, nonetheless, I'd be excited for a handful of those.
Yeah, that Shinobi game looked cool. It had like a hand drawn 2D action style.
Yeah,
I was all about that.
cool. Next game then, the casting of Frank Stone. This is coming from Supermassive Games. They're teaming up with the Dead by Daylight guys and making a one of their movie style games inside of Dead by Daylight, or at least inside
Oh,
the lore of
weird.
Dead by Daylight. Yeah, this is a very weird team up here, but
I
I
like
was
it, but
yeah,
weird.
I was kind of into it. When I was watching
Yeah.
the trailer, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play this. I never played Dead by Daylight, but I could be interested in Supermassive Dead by Daylight thing.
Yeah. I mean, I love Dead by Daylight just as a game. But like, yeah, having Supermassive make a game in their universe, like, who is Frank Stone? I need someone to tell me.
He's
Is this a
someone.
character
He's
in Dead by
someone.
Daylight right now, or
Yeah.
is this like a brand new thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they able to use like all the IP that's in Dead by Daylight in this? Like
No, there's no
could
way.
can we get the Stranger Things kids running around
No.
here fucking fighting Mike Myers or whatever the fuck?
What about
Like
Laurie Strode?
yeah, can we do all that? I'll play that, you know?
I want Laurie Strode
Just have like a
stabbing.
weird mishmash of horror
Oh
characters, you know?
yeah, they have so much in there too.
Yeah, like I'd have a good time with that. I think there's Saw in there or something like that,
Uh
you
huh.
know? Like
I was just gonna say
Saw
Laurie
running
Strode
around.
stabbing Amanda from Saw.
Yeah. If you could be Peter Griffin and
Oh
shoot
my
fucking
god,
Ariana Grande in Fortnite, why can't I be Mike
that's
Myers
not
and
Peter Griffin.
kill the Stranger Things kids in the casting of Frank Stone? You know,
It's true. But the
why
Fortnite Peter
not?
Griffin's not Peter Griffin.
It's
He's
Peter
not
Griffin.
fat enough.
It's
He's
Peter
not fat
Griffin.
enough.
All right. Next up, then we have Visions of Mana. Is coming from Square Enix, new action game in the Mana series. Daniel, cool little trailer, I thought.
Mhm. Really happy for the Mana fans. They've been not treated well for a long time. Then they got a bunch of remakes of the older games, and now they're finally getting a new game. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I
Sometime
thought it had a
next year.
really cool art style. I didn't know. I thought this was Dragon Quest when the trailer was playing. I was like, oh, it's Dragon Quest. Like interesting. But yeah, it ended up being Visions of Mana. Looks cool.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily something I'm gonna check out, but Japanese as fuck.
Yeah, I got like Tales vibes, like a
Yeah,
Tales game.
yeah, definitely felt like something like that. Awesome art style though.
Yeah.
Next up, then we got our first look at OD, the new Hideo Kojima game ish thing coming out. This is the Xbox partner game, so we finally get a first look at the
Yeah.
his partnership with Xbox, which was announced at what 2021 E3 something like that. So been a little while.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds right.
And then he brings out Jordan Peele as well, and then they sit there and compliment each other for fucking 5 minutes.
Okay, let's not give the independent award out or the music award, but
No,
let's
let's have
have,
Jordan
as much as I
Peele.
love Kojima and Jordan Peele, let's have them talk for 10 minutes
Right.
about nothing really.
A conversation they could have easily just had in the back with a
Yeah.
translator. You know, you guys don't need to do this on stage, boys. But nonetheless, yeah, here's our first look at this game. It sounds really cool to me. You know, some type of horror thing going on here where he's teaming up with a bunch of different horror movie directors. Uh, we don't entirely know what this is yet, so I guess I'll kind of hold back my excitement for a horror Kojima project. But nonetheless, that is what I've wanted from him for years now is something horror, and him teaming up with directors. That sounds fun. I mean, Jordan Peele movies are awesome, so can't wait to see what that ends up looking like.
Yeah, I wonder if OD is going to be the full name or are they actually going to go with Overdrive? Like we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah,
Like is that going to be the official name
yeah,
by the time this comes out? Um yeah, I don't know. The whole like announcement of this felt weird, so it just kind of made the whole thing weird. But yeah, having like the floating faces and kind of having them, the three of the main actors repeating the same line in their own way, and then I don't know. It definitely was eerie and kind of creepy, but didn't really get a lot to go on.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? Because, like, you know, he said it's a movie, but it's a game. You know, he said something like that, right? So immediately my mind just starts thinking like immortality, right? But it's like
Hmm.
I don't even want to start like drawing conclusions on what this game is, right? Because it's Kojima. It could be anything, right? It might not even be
Yeah.
anything like immortality either. So it's just very hard to even tell what this is gonna end up being until we actually see more from it. But the director aspect has me excited because he's friends with a lot of big horror directors and stuff like
I
that.
mean,
You know, he takes
Guillermo
pictures
del
with
Toro.
bro Mike Flanagan. Like,
No.
oh, dude, he takes pictures with Mike Flanagan all the time. They're buddies.
Yo, are we gonna get Mikey in
Yeah,
here?
I think we're getting Mikey in here. I think we're getting
Oh
Flanagan in
no,
here. I think
let's
we're getting,
go.
dude. If you get Guillermo del Toro, Mike Flanagan, and Jordan Peele, imagine if it's like that, you know, and it's like three different things, you know. That's why there are three different actors, you know, and
Oh.
if it's like three different like mini story type of things, you know, and like What if it's like that, and then he's like teaming, and but like Kojima's handling the gameplay aspect, whatever that is, and then it's like 3 different short stories with those 3.
Interesting.
Could be something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I just need to know what. Like, is he making like a Sam Barlow type game, or is
Yeah,
he making like a?
that's the
Is
thing
he
is
making a
like
game? Because like
I don't
even
even want to
Jordan
draw
Peele,
conclusions on that, right? Because it's just like
yeah, because
it's just
like
gonna be so hard to tell.
they had Jordan Peele up there. Jordan said it was a game.
Hmm.
Like Jordan Peele himself made it. He said it was a video game. It's a
Yeah,
game. So like there has to be a game to it,
yeah, some sort of game element. I mean,
even if you're just walking around.
yeah, I mean, surely you're. I don't know. It's gonna again. It's just like it's impossible to tell right now, right? We just got to see more. But
And I'm surprised this wasn't at the
exciting.
Xbox thing
Yeah, from what? From way back in the summer. Maybe
in
it
the
just wasn't
summertime.
ready at that point, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But we'll probably see it again at the next Xbox thing, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I wonder when this is going to come out though,
Yeah.
because he is
Yeah.
making Death Stranding 2
Right.
at the same time. So I'm wondering if like is this quicker of a game, quicker of a turnaround,
I'd
or like
imagine this could be a smaller type of thing, right? Like I don't see this being no way this is like a fucking 20-hour movie thing, It's like we're not
with
doing all
Kojima,
that.
I don't know. Those Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes were like hours long.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
I don't know.
He just puts all that in there. Yeah, we definitely just need to see more, but
Yeah.
it's exciting nonetheless. Horror Kojima, I'm here for it. Our next game then. Why isn't my thing scrolling?
I do want to say we did get the Rise of the Ronin, the actual official date.
Oh, there
We
you
didn't
go.
have that before, right?
I don't
We
think
had
so.
like
No.
next year.
Yeah. What was the date? March
It is
22nd.
March. Yep, exactly. March 22nd. Next year. Kind of
Cool.
like right after a
Did,
bunch of big games, then this game.
did that game seem to get like a serious downgrade to you? The trailer did not look
Visually,
as good. Yeah, visually and just like, NPCs walking around and stuff like that look a lot more barren than I feel like it looked when we first started seeing that game. And like it just did not look very impressive when I was actually watching the trailer this time. I was like, what happened here? Because it did not. I thought it looked way more beautiful just in all aspects last time we saw it. Then I don't know, we got this trailer and
yeah.
I was just like not impressed at all.
I don't know if it like stuck out to me like that, but we do know that this is like, isn't this not the same team that just did Wolong? It is Koei Tecmo, but
Yeah.
like, isn't that not
Yeah,
the
I'm not
Wolong
entirely
team?
sure how they have
Team Ninja?
their team split up there, right? You figure it's got to be 2 different teams, right? Because that game,
I mean, Team Ninja's
they do
huge.
put out games every year, though. It seems like
Yeah,
once a year we do get a game from them. So
for sure.
yeah, not
Yeah,
entirely sure.
Team Ninja is very big.
But yeah, I just thought the trailer looked bad, honestly.
Interesting. So did that kind of cut any hype you had for the game?
Yeah, I wasn't like too excited for it, anyways, to begin with. It was kind of just like a wait and see. But yeah, that trailer really kind of just like killed any sort of want for the game that I had.
Interesting. Okay. Guess we'll have to see when it gets closer. Maybe if it reviews well, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, these first few months is going to be very busy, so
yeah, definitely.
it's going to have to stick out.
Next on this one is listening. We got the Fortnite Rocket Racing trailer, which already came out. This is part of Fortnite's big thing. I don't know what they're doing over there. They came
They
out
have
with
like a
three
bunch of
games in one.
yeah.
Yeah,
They had like 3 games come out. They had the racing, the Lego game, and
yeah,
then the musical game, which is it's cool that they're doing that. You kind of all launched that from the Fortnite like app and stuff. It's interesting. Like I'm never gonna play these, but it's cool that they're doing more. Like they got Psyonix to do the racing. They got I don't know who they actually got to do the Lego thing, but that's the Lego thing is kind of like a survival Minecraft type game, which is pretty cool. Then they got Harmonix to go do the music thing,
yeah.
which makes sense. They bought them. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like it's really cool.
So I did download this and I played the Rocket Racing thing.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's my first time playing Fortnite in probably, I don't know, since like 2016, maybe something like that. It was okay. It wasn't the best, I thought. It played fairly well, but it wasn't it wasn't anything special, I thought, but I was like, I had to try it because I was just like, oh, that sounds awesome. If fucking what's their name? The guys that made the racing part,
Psionics.
Psionics, the Rocket League guys. Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it because I was like, dude, if they just put out a kart racer for like $20 or whatever, I'd be all over
Oh
that, right?
my, that
Yeah,
sounds
I'd be all
awesome.
over that. So I figured that's kind of
Yeah.
what this was, and it is, but still, I don't know, something about it just didn't play
It's the
super
Fortnite
well.
part.
Yeah, it probably is the Fortnite part,
Yeah.
which has always been my problem with Fortnite. Honestly, I just never thought that game really played super well. So
No, I don't think it did either.
yeah, and so yeah, it was kind of just the same thing there. Cool idea and all, and I played like 2 tracks, and I was like, okay, it was pretty fun, but it wasn't anything spectacular. So I kind of just deleted it. But yeah, I gave it a shot.
I got one more here.
Go ahead.
We got a trailer for a game that I didn't know I really wanted, and I still don't know what it is, but it's a Jurassic Park Survival,
Oh yeah,
which it looks like they only really showed cinematics, but maybe we're gonna get like an Alien Isolation type game is kind of a vibe I got,
yeah.
but at the island for Jurassic Park. Very interesting. Uh, didn't see a date or anything, but it's coming everywhere, which is pretty cool, except for Switch,
That one
Xbox.
too, just visually, I thought it was a VR game at first. Like I
Yeah,
was like, that looks kind
a
of
lot of
clunky.
cinematics. You kind of
Yeah,
seeing things from the game or from
yeah.
the movie. Yeah, I don't know.
If you're making a survival first person Jurassic Park game though, I would expect it to just look absolutely beautiful, like I don't
Yeah.
know, the way that one was just presented, I was just like, oh, this is a VR game. And then it didn't say VR at the end, and I was like, oh,
Oh, it's
that's
not.
not good. That is not what you want. But yeah, I'm not the survival guy, so not
Yeah.
necessarily something I'm interested in. Next we got a little musical number and a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Daniel thought the musical number was very cool. Great trailer.
Yeah. Uh, they showed a lot more in that trailer than I thought they were.
Yeah, they go in.
Um, yeah, we actually got to
Can
see
always count on
Sid.
Square to show too much,
Just yeah. I mean, I don't know if they showed too much, but it's
You can
getting
always
there.
count on
It's
Square to
getting
do
there.
that. Oh, wait till the launch trailer. It'd be
Wait
like
until that
8
story
minutes
trailer
long.
comes out. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
like
a
here's
week
the
before the
entire
game.
game.
Yep.
Like, oh, thanks, Square.
Yeah, we get to see Sid there and like a little more Vincent. Very cool.
Yeah,
So excited. So
I'm
excited.
fucking ready to go on that. February 29th. Can't come quick enough. Next up, then we got Tales of Kenzura. Can go with that. Zao.
I'm trying to find it. I think you kind of missed a few, at least on mine.
Sure. If there's anything sticking out to
Uh,
you, go ahead.
yeah, well, we could do this one next. Yeah, it's Tales of Kenzura Zao.
Kenzura Zao. Yeah,
Does
going
that
with
sound
that.
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Coming out on April 23rd to all major platforms. Daniel, I'm not typically a 2D platformer guy, but this game looked fucking cool, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I was into this.
You know what it gave me vibes of, and I don't. Maybe you got it too. Of it kind of got like Guacamelee vibes,
Yeah, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
like the
That
light and the
all those
dark. How
colors
he,
and start.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he in this one the guy had like ice powers or fire powers. It's kind of similar. You could like change them and you do platforming either one. So I kind of got those kind of vibes. Seems cool.
Yeah. Look cool. Loved how passionate that guy was on stage. He
Yeah,
was
that dude was
stoked
cool.
to
See,
announce that.
that's
I
what
was
we
like,
need
that's
more of,
cool. That's cool.
Jeff.
Yeah, Chef.
More devs up there.
You didn't play him off immediately.
The only other thing
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to, where's that? We finally got a date for Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, there you go.
Very cool trailer. Like that trailer. That game seems really cool. It's coming August 20th next year. Coming everywhere.
Cool.
PC, PlayStation,
Bit
Xbox.
later of a date too for next year.
Yeah,
We
we've
don't
been
have
seeing
too
this game
many of
for a
those
while
yet.
too. I'm surprised it's so late. We got another trailer for Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Um, coming out February 2nd. Very quick. Very, very quick. We'll see. Hopefully that game's good. We got another release date for Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden.
Yeah, is that our first time getting that release date?
Yeah, because remember it got delayed.
Okay.
out of the end of this year. So February 13th for that one. So you can wait and play it February 14th, and you can play them for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, there you go. uh, all right. The next one I have then is Lost Records
Yes.
Bloom and Rage, the next Don't Nod game.
That's
Not a
cool.
Life is Strange game, but it sure as fuck looked like a Life is Strange game.
I mean, this might be maybe a new franchise for them. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder if Don't Nod's getting away from Life is Strange, and I guess.
Well, they don't own it.
Yeah, yeah, but like I wonder if they're never gonna make like a proper Life is Strange 3 type of thing.
It's Deck 9 now.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe it should be. You know, maybe
I don't
it
know.
should be.
True Colors, dude.
True Colors was kind of
Colors
better
was
than
so
both the
good.
Don't Nod ones. You
It's
know,
so
it
good.
really was. So yeah, and can't be too upset by it. But no, this look cool. I'll probably end up checking this out. I don't really get too much off the trailer if I'm being honest, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I like the idea of it. It's coming out late 2024.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the only thing we got was late. So maybe I'd say September, maybe, or I don't know if they're gonna push that further into like the fall. I'm not too sure.
Right around then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Next game then. Marvel's Blade was announced. This is coming from Arcane Leon, and this is from the Deathloop Dishonored guys. No release date, anything like that, but probably the biggest announcement of the show, I'd have to say.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is gonna be a third person action game, open world. I think from what they said, and that's pretty much all we got. Other than it's gonna be in Paris. Paris is gonna be locked down apparently. So no in, no out.
No one getting out of Paris.
Blade's just
Gotta keep
until
those
Blade kills
vampires
all
in
those
there.
vampires.
Yeah.
Then you
Fuck
can
it.
open up
Fuck
Paris.
it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We should probably always do that to Paris, if we're being honest.
If we're being honest, we should be locking down a lot more cities.
Yeah.
And killing
Yeah.
a lot more people.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Very excited.
It sounds like they pitched Disney on this from
Which is
the stories
super
we're getting,
awesome.
right? Yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, I mean, let's go with this. This is gonna be a fun one.
I think people are underestimating like how far into development this game probably is. I'm not that I'm saying that it is super far, but this game I think has already been years in development.
Yeah.
Like they finished like if you remember Deathloop was like delayed big
Apparently,
delay.
they started January 2022.
Okay. So yeah, it's over almost 2 years now.
2 years, yeah.
Like Hellblade or not I said Hellblade. Deathloop was like supposed to come out what in 2020, wasn't it? Like end of 2020. Then it got delayed to the beginning of 2021, and then late 2021.
Yeah.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
So like
Something like
they were making that game for a long time there. So they probably concepted this out in already almost 2 years in development. So I don't know. What do we have? 3 more years, maybe? You think
something
the
like
end of this
that, yeah.
console generation?
Yeah, 2025, 2026. Won't put it past them.
Okay.
Can you keep
Yeah,
talking for a second? I got someone at my door.
Sure.
There's no one here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Blade, super awesome, super excited. They have a cool little like hip hop, like French hip hop song, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, very excited. We did miss one other announcement. Where is it at? We got a trailer for a brand new game for who is the studio? Maybe it's published by Nexon. I don't know who the studio is. Maybe Connor will have it up for me. The game is called The First Berserker Kazan, which I think is in the Berserk universe, the anime / manga universe. Coming to Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. Very anime Dark Souls. Just another kind of Souls-like Dark Souls game. Looks cool though. Very bloody. Very anime. But we'll see. It's not coming out probably until 2025 at least, I'd say. What is next? Yeah, can you tell me, Connor, if you have it pulled up for who developed the Berserk game?
Berserk?
Yeah.
Was that one that was announced?
Mm-hmm.
I got Mecha Break next, and then
Yeah, I think our
yeah,
orders are a
I
little
don't even
different,
have
but
Berserk. Yeah, fucking
it was
GameSpot.
called The First Berserk. Do you remember that one? It's published by
No,
Nexon, but I can't tell who developed it. It was
yeah,
that
I don't even
anime
remember this
Dark
one.
Souls game.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
think it's in
I
the
don't even
Berserk
know.
universe, that manga and anime.
Huh.
It's called The First
Let me
Berserk.
look up the game.
Go to Noble's thing.
Noble. Is that the one we got in the dock?
I put
Oh,
it in
okay.
there.
Yeah, let me go on there. Back to Blade for a second.
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah.
I mean, what a cool fucking studio to get Blade, right? Like that is like a
Especially for the
dream
visuals.
scenario type of thing,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like, and I think like Arcane Leon could use an IP like that too. Deathloop and Dishonored, not the biggest sellers in the world, and they really are one of those studios that deserve to have a giant, 20 million, 10 million game seller, right?
Especially if they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
And they are passionate about it, it seems like.
Oh, I mean, who wouldn't be? That's
I
such a,
know.
especially you got to think when that game's going to come out too. That Blade movie will already be out for the MCU, and I mean, Blade will be huge by that point. Assuming that movie's good, right?
Hmm.
And so it just seems like a perfect scenario there too. I was thinking like, man, a lot of other studios could maybe use to team up with an IP. Specifically, Remedy was the one I was thinking of, right? Because we've just been hearing this week how Alan Wake 2 kind of tanking in sales here. It's kind of bombing from a sales point of view, and that's just a damn shame because they definitely deserve to have a game that sells millions and millions of copies, right?
Yeah. And that's sadly it's kind of been the Remedy curse.
Yeah,
Like a lot of the games are just not huge sellers for some reason.
yeah. And I was just thinking like Arcane Leon, kind of in that similar position, right, where they just make
Sure.
these amazing games, but not a ton of people checking them out.
They're at least owned right now. They don't
Sure,
have anything to worry about.
right. But yeah, Blade sounds so fucking cool, man. Can't wait to
Yeah.
see more from that. Yeah, I think probably 2025, 2026 for that game, depending on how big it is and stuff.
Hmm.
Can't wait to see that art style though
In
that they
action,
bring.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fucking cool. Third person, interesting.
Hmm. Yeah.
Typically used to seeing Arcane do first person games, so interesting to see them
Yeah, they're good with
tackle a third
action,
person.
so
Yeah,
yeah, flipping it to third is going to be interesting.
yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. We can move on then. Where were we? Mech,
We are at the last Sentinel.
the Last Sentinel. We load all the different things. Last Sentinel, Jurassic Park Survival, Banshee, Apex, and Final Fantasy Rebirth crossover. that one's weird. That one's weird.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Gonna bust this sword in
Oh,
Apex.
okay. Here we are. Yeah, Last Sentinel. Okay. What was this? I don't even remember this game. Do you?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
I feel like this trailer was very quick.
Yeah, that must have been a very quick trailer because I do not remember that at all. What's the next one
Remember it
then?
had like an
First
android.
Descendant coming
Yeah,
out sometime summer 2024. Okay.
another
This is the
very
one I thought was Stellar Blade, but was not Stellar Blade.
yeah. It had like Stellar Blade mixed with like I don't know, like Mass Effecty or like I don't know. It was I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that game.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a few of these games I didn't. I just
Yeah,
the trailer was just
Zenless
kind of
Zone
there.
Zero. Like okay,
What is that?
I don't know what that is either.
Another anime game.
Yeah, no, it's some nerdy shit. Okay. The Mecha Break. This is the one you were talking about? Or is that a
Uh,
different Mecha?
I didn't bring up a mecha game,
Oh,
did I?
okay. I thought you said. Oh no, you said something Breaker. I don't know. I can't remember now. Whatever. Mecha Break coming sometime next year. Then we got a Helldivers 2 trailer coming out February 8th, 2024. I think we already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. Hell of a name. Coming out September 9th, 2024.
Almost like a full year's delay.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That
I
is
wonder what
crazy.
happened.
I just think of I feel like they come out with so many Warhammer games that it's
I
like, all
mean, one
right,
just came out this week.
yeah. So it's like, all right, maybe you guys could take a little break. Then we got a new trailer for GTFO, which is
Hmm.
apparently an older game.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
know
been
too
out
much
for a
about it.
while.
Okay.
I
Then we
think this is
got
maybe like the full release at this point.
Den of the Wolves. No more
This one I
details on
barely
that.
remember.
Exoborn. Sorry, I'm trying to like speed through this. We got some other news stories I want to get to.
Go for it.
Uh, Exoborn mastered the apocalypse. Coming to everything sometime next year.
This one was
Uh,
another one. This felt the same as the other stuff.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is kind of where this is definitely the biggest lull in the Game Awards in general. I thought was
Yeah.
probably right around
Right after
here.
Blade.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, okay, now we're just getting through the show here. Then we got a trailer for Asgard's Wrath 2,
Hmm.
which I think just came out.
It's
Then we
about to,
got
yeah.
No Man's Sky update for 2024. But then Sean Murray also came out and announced a new game called Light No Fire, which is a
Hmm.
open world game with no boundaries. He claims
He said well, his words were the first true open world video
first
game.
true open world game. Okay.
Because he is not doing multiple planets. He has one planet, but it is supposed to be the size of Earth.
Sure.
Is what he was saying, and it's supposed to be co-op, kind of a fantasy setting. I'm very curious about this game.
Yeah, it just the funniest part, and other people caught on to this, is just Sean Murray up there just making promises
The
that
ambitious
I don't
promises
know
again.
if you can keep those, bud. I
He
don't
can't
know. I
help
don't know.
himself.
Let's
He can't.
let's. I just wanted to while I was on stage, just like, okay, calm
I
down.
think Jeff was doing that to
Yeah,
him.
yeah, it was. He's like, okay, bud, we'll
Are you
see.
sure?
We'll see. At least we all know now, It's like, okay, take
Can we
whatever he's
trust
saying
Sean
with a
Murray?
grain of salt there,
The
okay?
biggest grain of salt.
Maybe this game will be what he's pitching in about 10 years, you know?
True.
But,
True.
yeah. This probably one, don't play at launch, Wait a few years. Next game then, Stormgate, coming to early access next year. Then we had Guilty Gear Strive, which I believe launched, or was that some other Guilty Gear game?
This is like it's like there's like launching a thing in Guilty Gear. It looks like, I think something like that.
Okay. And then we got Final Fantasy 16 DLC, Echoes of the Fallen, which got shadow dropped. You can go play that right now. Then the next DLC called The Rising Tide will release in spring 2024. There you go.
Which probably that Leviathan, right?
Say that again?
The Leviathan
For the Tide
summon.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the
The
one game that was like
missing.
missing, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
in that game's lore or whatever. So yeah, maybe that's that. Probably onto something there. Apparently,
I
this
mean, I'm
is a
not
very good DLC. I don't know if I'm
cool.
gonna end up checking these out, but
I'm not, but
yeah, maybe when both of them are out, if there's like nothing out around that time, then I'll check it out.
sure.
But yeah, cool. We knew we were getting these, so good to see them announced, and they're at least coming somewhat quickly.
Yeah.
Then we got the finals. Got a new trailer for that, which I believe is out now.
Super popular right now.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Game is definitely hitting
popping off a
stride.
little bit. It looks
Yeah.
cool, honestly. Like I know there's so many of these games now, where it's just kind of hard to tell the difference. But I thought this looked cool. Maybe it's just because there's a grappling hook that caught piqued my interest. But yeah, it looks pretty dope. Pretty dope. Then the last thing, our last big announcement, Monster Hunter Wilds got announced for 2025. Come to Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. Daniel, here it is. Been rumored for quite a while now. The next big AAA Monster Hunter game.
A little further out than we thought, 2025, but this game's gonna be huge, so take their time.
Yeah, definitely. This will definitely be a one to keep your eye on for sure. Have you ever jumped in? I think we talked about this before. You've never been a Monster Hunter guy either, right?
I want to. I want to
Yeah,
try it,
want to try it. Maybe I'll buy this one too when we check it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sloan likes. He played a lot of World.
Did he? Okay.
I wanted to play World. I think I played like 30 minutes. Didn't really give it like too much of a shake, but I do want to like dive in, try to full dive into that whole franchise.
Yeah, I would like to try it out too. Never been a Monster Hunter guy, so yeah, maybe this will be the one. Buy it,
Yeah,
check it out.
and this is gonna be a
See if I can
full
get into
console
this.
one like World, so
Yeah,
it's very exciting.
like the name. Look beautiful. Cool trailer. And that was the Game Awards. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on the announcements. It's good. It's not their best offering in terms of announcements, but it's still good.
Yeah.
definitely that Blade announcement put it over. I thought.
I
Like,
think
okay,
that's the
now,
that
now,
for sure
now
is
we're
the biggest
cooking. Now we're
announcement.
cooking. Xbox came in big here, huh?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. I mean, they said they were, right? Like
yeah,
they promised they'd be here,
yeah.
and they were.
They definitely were. Definitely were. All right, cool. That was the game. See you next year,
Overall,
Keely.
solid show. Needs a lot of adjustment.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
got to
knows
figure it
though.
out with the awards.
I think he knows.
Yeah.
Jeff's not. Jeff isn't perfect, but he is not a dumb guy. He
Maybe
knows.
tack on like another 30 minutes. That could help. Just to give people time to have their
That
speeches
what
and
that
stuff.
means is he needs to have more ads then,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
because he has to make the money somewhere. The thing that sucks is, and I understand it, is that it is a balance. Like in order to do more, he has to have ads because he's paying out of pocket.
Mhm.
Maybe he can get somebody to help sponsor the whole thing, like a big company, to do that. But I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to like give some control away.
It just feels so weird, because it's just like, it's not like the next like fucking Transformer movie gets announced at the Oscars. So it's just like
Exactly.
it's just so hard to have
And he already
both.
has Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, it's just it's very odd. So I don't know. So he's in a weird spot with it where it like really feels like he can't even adjust too much now either. So I don't know. Well, we will have to see. He knows. I mean, he tries to do his best every year. So not upset with Jeff, right? Like I don't think anyone's really upset with Jeff, but it's just like,
But he's the face,
yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, he kind of has to take it, but it's just like,
yeah,
like I think we all understand, but it's just like we have to figure out a way to balance out the awards more.
I agree.
All right, moving on then. Some more depressing news, Daniel. Kind of. E3 is officially dead. Come from Gene Park. The ESA confirms to Gene Park that the event has now been brought to a close, and E3 will no longer be returning. Daniel, it's official. E3 is dead.
Yep, and they not only right after kind of Gene did his report, like awesome for Gene to get an interview like that. It's super cool. Gene's a really great journalist. I like seeing him out there. As soon as they did that, the ESA put out a statement themselves too. It's a bittersweet thing, right? Like it's been a long time coming for E3. They've been struggling to get that show back. I've always wanted to go. Never gonna get to go now. Summer Game Fest is, I don't like, maybe it'd be kind of cool to go to, but it's not E3. Just
Yeah, it's not
I
the same.
I keep telling you, or just in general, we keep talking about like how he doesn't get everyone there.
Yeah.
E3 did at the time, and not yeah, it's just not the same.
I mean, PAX is closer to what E3 was, at least from like a fan perspective,
Yeah.
than what Summer Games Fest kind of ends up being. So, yeah, I mean, we've talked about this countless times now. It was kind of a long time coming. It's kind of already unofficially official before
Yeah.
of E3 being dead. So, yeah, it's not surprising anymore. But yeah, sad to see it go a little bit, but kind of expected. So,
Rest in peace, my sweet prince.
rest in peace, E3. Sleep well. Sleep well. I do wonder if someone will bring it back one day.
What if Jeff just gets the name?
Yeah, yeah, maybe that would be the case there.
Changes Summer Game Fest, which is a bad name,
Yeah.
to E3.
Fuck it. I wouldn't mind it. Daniel, our last news story: the video game streak counter numbers for the month of November
Oh, let's go,
2023
baby.
have been announced. We will go over
I'm
the
gonna
top
I'm gonna
20.
guess Call of
Go
Duty
ahead.
number one.
Oh, you're wrong. It was
Big
actually
swings here.
it was actually Just Dance.
Whoa.
Whoa. No, we'll go over the top 20 of the year. Not the year, the month. Number 20. Speaking of Just Dance 2024. Number 20.
Yo.
There you go.
Okay.
Jumping up from 73 to 20.
It must have been a sale.
Yeah, there's something going on there. Who the fuck is out here playing Just Dance? It's like, all right.
Grandmas and
Grandmas and kids, I guess. Huh?
and kids, yeah.
Okay. Number 19, Minecraft. It's also number 19 the month before.
Stop
Hold
buying
that-
Minecraft.
hold that spot. Number 18, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number
All right,
17.
good for them.
Yeah, the Miles still kicking in there. Number 17, new one, Star Ocean, the second story. R.
Oh, good for them.
Pirate. Yeah, It's like that's you read that right, and you're like, oh, that's pretty high for that game at 17.
Yeah,
Guarantee
for
Square's
sure.
gonna come out tomorrow. We're disappointed with the sales.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
This game didn't do 100 million.
Yeah,
Disappointed.
we were expecting at least a 20 million seller here with Star Ocean, the
Day
second
one.
story R. So we don't know what's going on, guys. Number 16, NHL 24. Number 15, God of War Ragnarok. Number 14, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Number 13, Sonic Superstars. Number 12,
Ooh,
another new one. Number 2, Ex Bruto. Ultimate Ninja Storm. What is that? Connections. There
nice.
you go. Yeah, there you go. Hell of a name. All the way up at number 12, and never even heard of that game in my life. So there you go. Number 11, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Number 10, UFC 5. Number 9, NBA 2K24. Number 8, Mortal Kombat 1. Number 7, Super Mario RPG. Get all the way up
Let's
at number
go.
7. Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. I hope they make a sequel of this. I bought this and I haven't played it yet. I don't know why.
Just like me, I have Metroid Prime, Mario RPG is sitting over there. I got
it's sitting there.
I have a couple Mario games. I have Skyward Sword. I have Link's Awakening remake.
I'm just ready to go.
Right
that Switch backlog,
just ready
man.
to
Let
go.
me fucking tell you.
Let's switch backlog. I kind of want to play the Xenoblade games. There's 3 of those.
Oh
Want to play the 4 Pikmin games.
Oh my god.
I'm a crazy person.
Number 6, EA Sports FC 24. I was talking about this last month with Sims. It didn't seem like the name affected it at all. The name change from FIFA to this.
We like to think that the general audience doesn't know anything. Sometimes
that they're all
I feel like
stupid,
they
right?
will with big games like this.
Stuff like this, yeah. They pick up on that.
Yeah.
I guess they're probably just like, where's FIFA? They walk in Walmart in October or whatever the fuck, and they're just like, where's FIFA? It's like,
EA,
oh, it's this now, huh?
Yeah, as long as they see the EA logo as well, maybe that still helps.
Yeah, definitely. And you figure if you're just fans, you figure it out at some point. So
yeah.
Number 5, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Let's go.
Number 2. Yeah, the big seller.
Keep it up there.
Big sellers,
yeah.
2D Marios. Number 4, Madden NFL 24. Number 3, Hogwarts Legacy, jumping all the way back up from 10. That Switch port.
Must have had a sale. Oh, the Switch port.
Yeah, that came out in November.
Didn't think about the Switch port.
Was a huge seller on Switch too. Kind of underestimated how much it would sell over on Switch. But,
wow, that IP, powerful.
Yeah. Number 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and then your number 1, of course, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh wow, big surprise.
Now, Daniel, here's the interesting part with this. It is not number 1 for the year yet. It is number 2 for the year.
It's only been a month.
It is number 2 for the year. Crazy. But Hogwarts Legacy remains number 1 with a month left. Do you think Hogwarts Legacy has a chance of fending it off?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think there's a shot here. Maybe.
I mean, there's always a chance, right?
With that Switch port bumping it up so highly, all the way to number 3 for that month, maybe. It's going to be very close, I think, between those two.
Yeah, because that first month it beat Elden Ring, right?
Yeah, last year it beat Elden Ring immediately. So
do we have the numbers for these two, or just know it's 1 and 2?
We just know it's 1 and 2. Yeah, we do not have the exact numbers. So
okay,
do not know as of yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, because that Modern Warfare 2, because Elden Ring sold a lot, but Modern Warfare 2 was record breaking.
Yeah,
for Call of Duty standards.
Yeah, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 Modern Warfare 2 is 7 for the year. So it's like, damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
for this year.
For this year, yeah.
Jesus.
Your top 10 as it stands right now for this year: Starfield, Mortal Kombat 1, Jedi Survivor, Modern Warfare 2, Diablo 4, Madden 24, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Tears of the Kingdom, Modern Warfare 3, and Hogwarts Legacy.
That list seems right. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that top 10 will probably stand where it is, but it's just that 1 and 2 might switch. But we'll have to see.
Don't sneak. Wait until Elden Ring sneaks up.
Yeah.
Come on, Elden
Where
Ring.
is Elden Ring? Elden Ring is 19 for the year thus far.
Oh, it's let's
go. Still there. Remnant 2, 20. I don't know. We'll see if Remnant 2 sneaks past Elden Ring.
No way. Can't beat the GOAT.
Yeah. Let's try to see anything else in the year thus far. That's interesting. Mario Bros. Wonder is now at 15 for the year. Yeah, nothing else changed thus far.
Okay.
So yeah, we will see you next month. Very, very anticipating that list for next month. See if Call of Duty pulls it off.
Yeah, I wonder if Avatar is going to push.
Yeah,
very hard. I'd be curious.
Yeah, I don't know, because you always think like who the fuck likes Avatar? But then,
A lot of people do.
millions of people go and see that movie. So it's like the third highest grossing movie ever. So it's like, all right, whatever. Guess a lot of people like Avatar. Yeah, yeah, you might be on something there. Maybe that sneaks in the top 20 somewhere. But that'll
Yeah,
do it for the
yeah.
news.
That'd be the only other game I think could at this point.
Yeah, that'll do it for the news of the week. Daniel, let's move on. What we've been playing. Daniel, what you been playing?
Not a ton this week. A little bit more Alan Wake. I made it to coffee. Stop talking to me. I'm trying to walk. You're in my way. You push me, and you keep saying my name. Leave me alone. Yeah. So I got to Coffee World. That's what's called, right? Coffee World. Got to Coffee World. Kind of did that little bit there. Made it to the road, and then went to like a barn or something.
Okay.
That makes sense. And then kind of went down and like found a little bit of stuff. I'm trying to remember exactly where I was after that. I'm still as Saga right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where I am.
Yeah, you didn't even
In a couple of days.
Yeah, you didn't finish that level yet, so
No,
I think
I'm
you're
close.
right at the end. If you already went down to the little hidey hole in that barn,
Yes.
you're towards the end of that level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably finish this level and then switch to Alan to like try that mission because you're telling me that mission's the cool mission.
Yeah, it's the cool mission is chapter 4 for Alan. You might have one.
Am I not at 4?
I don't know. I can't remember if you leave off at 3 or 4 on Alan.
The last thing I remember doing with Alan before it came back to like real time in this saga was I was in my apartment.
Oh, okay. No, you should be going to chapter 4 then, because there's always like.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be pretty much on that level.
Yeah, I went into that big building and then like went around the house.
If anything, it's like chapter 3 is like a really short Alan level, and then you.
The apartment one was.
4. Oh, okay. Yeah,
most
that might have
was...
been all of chapter 3 for Alan, and then you go right into chapter 4. So yeah, you're probably at it next.
Cool. Yeah, the chapter 3 was really about like Alice, seeing like her perspective of like Alan being gone for that long.
Yeah.
And you get like the little interview she's doing to herself.
Yeah.
Like video diary to herself and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Cool. You gotta watch those videos, like all of them. You just watch that whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I watched the whole thing that was there. Is there more?
No. You just
Okay.
I would just watch all the videos. There's one that's like a whole short film in this. You just sit there and watch it. It's pretty wild. It's a wild game.
Where is that at?
You'll get there in
a
while. Yeah, you're pretty far away from that. But yeah, there's one where I was like literally just sitting there for like 20 minutes.
The controller.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, it's really intriguing.
Cool.
I want to get some popcorn. But yeah, is that all you've been playing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Making your way through Alan Wake 2, nice.
I'm trying. I'm definitely gonna try to beat Alan Wake and at least start Baldur's Gate before.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's a game. I have it downloaded. It's right there.
Cool.
It's staring at me. But it's
looking
like
right at you.
I'm looking at you, but like I gotta beat because I haven't even beat Mario technically.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah. I haven't beaten that either. Yeah.
I'm gonna beat that, but that's like an evergreen game for me.
Fair, yeah.
Like my love for that game can't really ever go down. I'm gonna like that game as much as I do now, whatever. But definitely got to beat Alan Wake 2. That's the next thing.
Yeah, I would beat Alan Wake 2, and then you better get going on Baldur's Gate because you're gonna. I mean, like, dude, that'll take you right up to Yakuza. Like it really will. I know that's at the end of January, but like that'll really take you that long, probably. So it's like
especially with how much time I have right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just such a big game, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like, damn, that's gonna
100-hour game.
Yeah, it's like I know Yakuza is 6 weeks away, but it's like you better get going.
It really is. And I'm so looking forward. That's my most anticipated game probably for the year, and it's like the first game. It's like awesome. No, maybe Tekken's first, right?
I think they're the same day. I think it's those two are the same day, and then like Prince of Persia's the week before that.
Why?
Why do we do this?
Why do you do this to me?
dare you?
I'm blaming you, Connor. It's your fault. I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
you're to
I
blame.
just gotta put out Tekken that day.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Tekken's an
Um,
evergreen game. I can play that whenever.
yeah, true that. True that. What have I been playing? I have beaten the original Final Fantasy VII.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I cheated for half of it, so
That's fine.
take
No,
it.
no judgment from me.
Yeah, whatever. I entirely cheated for like the last half. What's after Aerith died? It's pretty much.
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy VII, and then I pretty much watched Final Fantasy VII after that.
Nice. Like it's an old
Uh,
game. Who cares?
yeah, that's what I was like, all right, we got to get through this. I'm not spending another fucking 2 weeks on this game. So I was like, let's hurry this up here.
Yeah.
But no, I had a great time with it. It's funny because like I feel like a lot of the more emotional, heartfelt moments come off as like more silly when you're reading it all, And it's like,
Interesting.
even just from watching the new trailer on Rebirth, I can tell like Sid. Sid's actually a great example. But like Sid really feels like a joke character in Final Fantasy VII, at least to me, just like reading everything. And like it felt much more emotional, just that little snippet in the new Rebirth trailer and stuff like that. And like I'm playing remake now, and it's like kind of the same thing with Barrett, and like original, it's like Barrett comes off as like very silly. There's some emotional parts with Barrett in the original, but like, and then I'm playing remake, and it's just like no, a lot of this is like much more heartfelt and emotional than really comes across there in the game. But yeah, just in the original, I mean, what a wild game. It just like that shit just goes places where I'm like, huh, that's what we're doing here. Huh? Pretty wild and that. But I did have a lot of the bigger stuff kind of spoiled for me from playing Crisis Core. And just like who Cloud is and what happened there and the experiments that were on him and stuff like that. So I kind of already knew all that major stuff, and they kind of go over that again, especially towards the end of Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, great game. Glad I got through it. Watched Advent Children then after. So I was like, I did.
Pretty cool movie. Not
Yeah,
great, but cool.
Yeah, not great story wise, but it has some
Yeah.
really cool action scenes.
That
and
fight
stuff
scene,
like that.
dude.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and when they're all together again, it's like, oh, okay, that's really cool seeing that.
His outfit?
Yeah, his outfit's fucking badass.
So sick.
Well, that's the Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit for Cloud. So I'm like, oh,
Right.
that's where this outfit comes from.
It's also I use that one in Smash.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I use that one in Smash where he has Aerith's like headband.
Yeah,
he has like the red band tied to him.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, cool movie. Not the best story wise, but definitely a fun watch.
Product of its time.
Yeah, for sure. When did that come out? Like mid 2000s?
Yeah, mid 2000s.
Yeah, I must have seen clips from it over the years. I just remember like early YouTube videos always putting like a Linkin Park song over it, and just like showing Cloud and Sephiroth fighting.
Crawling in my skin.
They hit each other with the sword,
These wounds, they will not heal.
That's exactly it. It's like the end of every Transformers movie, So yeah, and now I'm playing remake again, and pretty fun.
Are you gonna beat it?
Yeah,
again?
I think so.
Really?
Well, I wanna play the Yuffie DLC. I never played that, so
that's right.
Yeah, I never ended up playing the Yuffie DLC.
I was the only one that played it at the time.
Yeah. So I was like, okay,
wow.
Let me play.
You could just hop in, right?
Yeah, you could, but I was like, screw it, fucking. I don't really know what else I want to start up, so I was just like, let's just play through remake again.
I mean, there's a few, but it's just like bigger stuff that you have to go back to.
Yeah. There's stuff to play. Don't get me wrong, but I was just like, I'm already super into Final Fantasy VII right now, so let's just ride this train out. Replay remake.
I just don't want you to burn yourself out.
You see, that's why I give myself like this 2-month gap between this and Rebirth, right? Plus I'll have Yakuza in the middle of that, so it's like,
sure.
It's yeah, I could see myself getting burned out if I did all this leading into Rebirth, but I do have a couple months.
I guess Infinite Wealth, like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, that could be a nice like refresher.
Yeah,
in between.
Yeah, I mean, plus remake's not very long. I'll imagine I'll beat that before I even hit like what date is Rebirth? February 29th, right? So it's like
something like that. Yeah,
I'll beat that before it's even the 2-month mark at that. So
you're just gonna mainline it?
Plenty of time. Yeah, pretty much. I don't need to really sit there and do everything else. I already have the platinum and remake, so it's like, all right.
True.
I don't need to sit there and do all that stuff. So yeah, then we'll do that. Then play DLC. Man, the combat system in remake though, so good, Daniel. It is so
We're
good.
we're big fans of it.
Oh my god, it's so good. Just make
It's
every
awesome.
Square, just make all
Everything,
your games
all of it.
this. Just
Yep,
just make all of them that. That's all I want.
so good.
Give me a Kingdom Hearts game with this system. Oh my god, I'd be in heaven, Daniel.
Connor, you stop.
I'd be in
Stop
heaven.
it.
I'd be in heaven. I really
Stop it,
would.
please.
That's the best game ever. That's a 10 out of 10 game right there. That's all
I mean,
that
it's
is.
that's the only game I need.
Yeah. It's funny already seeing the differences though in original and remake. Just how much more like in depth they're able to go and stuff like that. Like the whole going to meet Jesse's parents, or at least her mom, is like that's not even there in
Yeah,
original. That's not even in
that's a
there.
new thing they did.
Yeah, the guy on the motorcycle, he's not in original.
Nope,
The
roast,
Turk,
dude.
yeah, he's not an original at all. It's a completely new character, and you're just able to get like a lot more in depth into like Midgar and the city and all that. Yeah, it's really cool. So
Yeah.
enjoying that, and then yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play after all this though. You know, I'll probably jump into Super Mario RPG. I should probably do that since I bought
Sure,
it.
that's something you could do. I mean, I know you
Yeah.
want to beat remake. I mean, that's a game that I know it's not very long,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah,
think
it's
it's like
like 20
15
hours, something
hours.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, 15,
yeah,
20. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll probably do that. I wanna jump into Cyberpunk at some point, but that's just such a an
Yeah.
undertaking, you know.
I think I might just do like the movie. Go find that in the DLC, the movie.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go watch that. Just
Go
do it
do
that
that.
way.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't really want to play Cyberpunk again. I
yeah. I
played
know
that
it's
game
such like
3
a
years
long
ago.
game, right? Where it's
Yeah.
just like yeah, and it really hasn't been like that. I mean, it's been 3 years, but still, it's just like
And it's
yeah,
almost a new game from what we played, but
right.
I just
Yeah,
don't
that
have
too.
that in me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I figure maybe if I start it up and then just get like really into the combat again, then maybe I'll be
Yeah.
into doing the whole thing. So I don't know, might do that after, but we'll figure that out as we go. Daniel,
Yes.
that's gonna do it for Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 201.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms.
Gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna start playing some music. You gotta get a end the show.
Let's go. Is that what it said on the screen? It said
It
wrap
said,
it up.
please wrap it up.
Oh my god. He can't the Zelda guy can't even speak English. He doesn't know what the fuck that says.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Wrap it up,
Play
Connor.
that sad music.
I should play it from my phone.
Oh my god. All right, that's good, dude. Everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.